We have the second example here that will use the idea or the mathematical model we derived for Newton's law of cooling. We have here the problem. A cup of coffee is at 90 degrees Celsius in a room at 20 degrees Celsius. After 10 minutes, it cools to 60 degrees Celsius. How long will it take to cool the coffee to 30 degrees Celsius? That's the question right now. We're asking about the time. Unlike the previous video where we were just asked about the temperature after 2 hours, please review that video as well. This time, we need to solve for the time needed in order for us to cool the 90 degree Celsius coffee under the ambient temperature of 20 degrees Celsius, where after 10 minutes, it cooled down to 60 degrees Celsius. We're going to use here the formula for the cooling. You have here T is identified as T sub m plus T sub 0 minus T sub m times e to the power of negative k and then T. Okay, so we're going to plug in all the items here, and the first task is to identify what is the value of k in order for us to solve for the item on the specific situation. Because k stands for the constant of proportionality, it's true for all the situation in this problem. Let's try to find the given first. Our T sub m is the ambient temperature or the room temperature. We have 20 degrees Celsius. So originally, you bought a coffee or cup of coffee initially with 90 degrees Celsius. That's your initial temperature at time 0. After 10 minutes, okay, I'm just using here 10. I'm gonna drop the minutes. Later on, I'm also going to drop the units for temperature. Later on, we're going to apply it as soon as we are done with solving. But this time, to manipulate it freely, let's drop the units. At 10 minutes, the temperature now of our coffee is at 60 degrees Celsius. So we are asked for what time would it take for the same cup of coffee to be cooled down to 30 degrees Celsius here. So we're going to solve for the k first by plugging in these values together with some useful values here, because that k is true for the rest of the situation. So if you would like, you can also come up with a table here, T and T. For 0, you are having 90 degrees Celsius or simply 90. Okay. For 10 minutes, we have 60 degrees Celsius. Obviously, it is being cooled down. And we don't know the value of time for 30 degrees Celsius. So you have this table. You can also use this for it to be guided with whatever inputs you're going to have later on. So again, let's use the given first for time at 10 minutes at t be equal to 10. That would mean the formula identified would use the concept of 10 minutes as its t here. At the same time, your temperature also here. That would mean the temperature at 10 minutes is actually 60 degrees. So 60, I'm going to use 60. Equal to our ambient temperature of 20 plus your original ambient temperature, initials rather, 90 minus the ambient is 20, e to the power of negative k times 10 for your time. So with this, we have here 60 is equal to 20 plus 70 e to the power of negative 10k. I'm going to subtract both sides by 20. I have here 40 is equal to 70 e to the power of negative 10k. And I'm going to multiply both sides by 1 over 70 to cancel this. So 1 over 70 here. In simplified form, that's actually 4/7 is equal to e to the power of negative 10k. Now for this, if you would like to solve for k, the constant of proportionality, you can always use here the natural logarithm of both sides. Natural logarithm of e to the power of negative 10k. Because with that, you can use here the concept of, or the rules or laws for logarithm. Natural logarithm of 4 over 7 will be negative 10k times the natural logarithm of e, which is basically equal to 1. So your k is actually natural logarithm of 4 over 7 over negative 10. So whatever that value is, you're going to plug that in on the same formula as we're going to identify the value of time for our intended target of the cup of coffee being cooled down to 30 degrees Celsius. However, again, it's okay. You can try this on your own, but this time I would like to stick with solving e to the power of negative k than just k. The reason for that is very simple. if you're going to solve for this k here, if that's exact and that's good. If it's not exact, of course, you'll be approximating that. You'll be plugging that in as an exponent, and since you still have negative here of your e, okay? That would mean there might be some instances where the result will no longer be approximately the same as original. Instead of solving k, I'm going to solve for this entire form and plugging that as a whole in our equation without simplifying such. That would mean at this point here, instead of k, I'm going to stick with this. What I need to do here is this 4/7 equal to e to the power of negative k times 10. And I'm going the 10th root of both sides. So the 10th root of both sides is just e to the power of negative k. Or you can rewrite this as the 4/7 raised to the power of 110. That's your e to the power of negative 7. I'm not going to give the exact value of this because I can just simply substitute that in our given equation for the second one. So I'm going to stick with this. Again, you can try using this on your own. I believe you will still get the same result later. So let's now proceed to a temperature. T sub 2 is actually 30 degrees Celsius. So we're going to solve for time. So you'll have T is equal to T sub m plus T sub 0 minus T sub m times e to the power of negative kt. And this time, I'll be using negative kt as whole. So the temperature at the whatever that time is 30 degrees. The ambient temperature is 20, if I'm correct, right? Okay, 20. The original or the initial is 90 minus 20. And then e to the power of k is just equal to 4/7, 1/10. And then you will have here the t, the item we are going to solve. So basically, it would look like this. 30 is equal to 20 plus 70 4/7 t over 10. Subtracting both sides by 20, I have here 10 is equal to 70 4/7 t over 10. And then I'm going to multiply both sides by 1/70 to cancel this. So the other side is 1/70 as well. I have the final form here of 1/7 is equal to 4/7 raised to the power of t over 10. So I'm going to copy this one here and allow me to add another page for additional scribbles here. Okay, so I'm placing this because this time we'll be solving for t. The process for this will include the process of solving k earlier because we are going to add a natural logarithm for both sides. We are guaranteed that both sides are equal here. Hence, I'm going to have the natural logarithm of 1/7. It's also the same as natural logarithm of 4/7 t over 10. The reason for this is that we have the rule and law for logarithms generally. So this is natural logarithm of 1/7 is equal to t over 10 times the natural logarithm of 4/7. Okay. Next is to multiply both sides by 10. So you have your 10 natural logarithm of 1/7, okay, is equal to t times the natural logarithm of 4/7. Or dividing both sides by natural logarithm of 4/7, your t is actually 10 times the natural logarithm of 1/7 all over the natural logarithm of 4/7. This would tell us the time intended in order for us to cool down the 90°C cup of coffee into 30°C. So plugging that in your calculators, you can do it step by step. At this time, we have not solved anything and approximated anything yet. So we're going to combine all of them into just one computation, aside from doing this where you're going to estimate that and you're going to plug it that here. So you will have a lot of approximation. So rather than doing that, let's do it like something like this, and we now approximate this one just by plugging all of that in the calculator. You will get here approximately 34.8 minutes. So instead of having the general formula, so we have here this form now for the solution. In short, it would take us 38.4 minutes to cool down the cup of coffee at originally 90°C to 230 degrees Celsius with room temperature of 20 degrees Celsius given the situation, something like this one here. So this is the application of differential equation, or basically the implication of the mathematical model where we use the concepts of solving differential equations just to provide the formula for the Newton's law of cooling. Thank you very much for watching.